Speaking of which, Elena Shestakova is asking us to petition to make the Joker gay again.
Wait, was he already gay before?
This is a petition that has been circulating.
Happy gay or like
this has been a petition that has been
gay.
circulating throughout social media, and this is in reference to we're trying to reach out to DC Entertainment, Jeff Johns, who's responsible for a lot of the stories and publishing and this that, and the other.
Right.
Okay. Elena is asking us on Change.org. The Joker is a comic book character with almost 80 years history, half of which he was portrayed as homosexual. For instance, in such significant graphic novels as Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns or Grant Morrison's Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth. Neil Adams claimed that the Joker was and always had been homosexual. This opinion was shared by other comic book authors and artists for decades. This is why it's so important to me and other queer readers to return his homosexuality. Like it's a card or something.
Right, yeah.
Okay. The Joker repeatedly confessed his feelings to Batman and showed an interest in other men. Also, there was Joker's unnamed boyfriend in the graphic novel Devil's Advocate. The Joker has many feminine traits. He uses lipstick, paints his nails, wears high heels, and sometimes does cross-dressing. We realize that some of these things are stereotypical, but it gives a very clear picture. Over the years, there were plenty of other queer moments in comics, cartoons, and video games, especially in Batman Arkham series. However, in the late 90s, someone decided to erase Joker's homosexuality and introduced Harley Quinn as his girlfriend. By the way, Harley was made up for the Batman animated series to replace the Joker in one scene in which he was supposed to jump from the cake and drag. Yep. In the mass consciousness, Harley became his only love interest, although in canonical comics, there is no evidence that there are romantic or sexual feelings from the Joker's part. Yeah. His enforced relationship with Harley Quinn
That was unfortunate.
With Harley Quinn looks like an attempt to retcon his homosexuality and turn him into an acceptable straight man. DC Comics already has a great cast of queer characters, heroes, Batwoman or Midnighter, as well as villains, Harley Quinn or Poison Ivy. Maybe some people don't want to see the terrible villain as part of the LGBT community, but on the other hand, in Gotham series, the Penguin became gay without any problem, and he is morally no better than the Joker. It's not homophobic to have a queer villain, so why not let the Crown Prince of Crime out of the closet? DC Rebirth is an excellent reason to bring the Joker back to his roots. We ask DC Comics to restore the Joker's homosexuality in comics and other media. No one's sexual identity should be changed, even if it's only a fictional character, because sometimes fictional characters is something real people hold on to. And 1,000 pledges are needed. Guess what number this is at?
995.
666.
Okay, if this was Price is Right, Gary would win. So far, as of today, as of recording, 721 have signed.
Okay. It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, fine. I mean, I don't have any problem. I mean, if you want to do that, I just don't want him to do it don't do it like blatantly. Don't just have him like one day just like, yeah, and you're like, what?
Kind of like Iceman?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be obvious. Like if he just like starts bringing up his boyfriend again, fine. Or like if you have like a comic or a storyline like in just like woven into a random comic where Harley is like jealous a little bit that he's like, I don't really like, I don't give a shit. Like, fucking do what you want to do. But it just seems. I mean, if there are people that feel that strongly about it and that they see this as a representation that has been of themselves that has been taken away, then I mean, whatever, fine. I just don't want them to do it like if they do decide to do it, just do it right. On the DC side, like just do it naturally. It doesn't have to be fucking over the top like crazy. Like I mean, he's already over the top and crazy because he's the Joker. But yeah, I see no reason against it. I guess.
Imagine if he had beat up Jason Todd instead of with a crowbar with a dildo. Why'd you make that sound?
Why'd you make that sound? Why? Why did you do that? Is that
was
what dildo sound when it hit you? Like, I don't understand. Why do you know that sound?
Because it's off of Me, Myself, and Irene. When he found the dildo and he was like, he did that. He was like, I guess I wasn't enough for you.
Your lightsaber's burning.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't enough for you. He said, I guess I wasn't enough for you. He said, you used that on yourself. And he was like, and he like threw it on the ground. Oh, it's so good. Oh my gosh.
It's whatever. There are, like, as far as some of the examples that were provided by Elena, I could definitely see that. And, you know, as far as, hell, Heath Ledger straight up even saying, "You complete me."
Yeah.
In The Dark Knight. It's, there's nothing. It's whatever at this point in time. There's multiverses. There's different there's different incarnations of DC characters.
Right.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, whatever.
I don't fucking care.
So
All it is, I mean, it's just a villain. It's another person. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off one more time, but I just realized. I mean, Batman is a rich white dude beating up on impoverished civilians. Why not add a gay person in there in the mix? He's already beating up impoverished minorities.
Right,
Let's just increase that circle right there.
Yeah, we got everybody. We got everybody covered.
I thought Batman only beat up white people.
No. There's some.
He beats up the poor people.
Yeah, there's grunts. Those. I've seen some brown grunts.
I mean, the Falcone family and all that other stuff. I mean, like,
and the Arkhams. I've seen brown grunts on the Arkham games.
Okay. All right. So I always thought the Joker was bi. Like, I figured when
That's what
Joker
I kind of thought
captures you,
too. Yeah.
he rapes everybody. Like, I figured,
Jesus.
whoa.
That changes the storyline on that whole
I mean, cause
Jason Todd story. Jesus.
Because doesn't he like rape Oracle, Batgirl?
It's implied.
It's implied. Yeah,
Huh?
it was always
implied.
implied in that.
It's never just outright. It's never outright
guys and
said
girls.
in The Killing Joke. It's never outright said
Yeah.
that he was raped or that he raped her. But
Yeah,
But it's like
you can,
pretty heavily
if you want
implied.
to,
But
if you want to
that's-
connect the dots, then the dots are there.
And I feel like that's what he does to people. If he captures you, he's gonna have some fun.
So wait a
It's
minute. So just because he's possibly bi, that just automatically gives him the role of sexual deviant? Does that?
No.
So I mean, yeah.
No, I think Brent's
what do you
saying.
mean? What
No,
do you mean?
I think Brent's saying he's a sexual
He's just
deviant
raping
because
everybody. It's that's what.
he's saying
That's
that
what I
because
was-
it's the Joker.
I think that. I mean, I think he likes everybody. He rapes everybody. Like, that's what I think he does.
No, he's saying that because he does. He likes both is what he's saying.
I'm not saying because he's bi, he has to rape people.
No, he's saying he's bi because he does rape everybody.
I'm not saying like once you become bi, you become a rapist. Like, I'm not saying that. Like,
That's the most broad brush you can paint, though.
like that's a little
so
extreme. Even for me. That's a little extreme. You know?
Yeah. No, I always assume he's bi too. I always assume he just like he,
You know what I'm saying?
he just
So
messed
that's why when this was said, I was like, okay, that seems normal. That seems like him.
Yeah, seems
but I
fine,
figured
whatever.
the makeup and all that stuff is because he's a clown. So
he's
you
a
know,
clown,
like-
son.
and
Yeah, I was
clowns
like-
wear funny clothes.
and his lack of an actual relationship
For the
with Harley
listener,
Quinn.
the best part about that last thing that Brent just said was the pondering on his face after he said it. He was like, because clowns wear funny clothes. And he just kind of stared off in the distance for a second.
I'm glad you saw that because I literally stared off. At
Yeah,
the
he was
distance.
like,
I'm
it was like he was really thinking of the Joker's like outfit. But no, what were you saying, William? Oh my god.
Oh well, yeah, and there's also kind of the lack of a relationship with Harley Quinn.
Yeah, it's always
He-
kind of
It's always been like very abusive, very
Yeah.
very manipulative.
100%.
Just like a nigga in the closet.
talking R. Kelly now. Like, what are we doing here? We doing trapped in the closet now?
Yeah, right.
Rufus.
And it's even funnier is that Harley Quinn has been able to be more open with her sexuality compared to the Joker, which is more or less kind of implied. Go from there.
Yeah.
Her relationship with Poison Ivy,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the most prominent relationship out there. She's still. It's never outright said that she's like one way or another, but as far it's been more like she's had more of a relationship. She's had more of a relationship with Poison Ivy than she has a healthy, as opposed to a healthy relationship with the Joker.
Yeah, 100%.
Didn't she smash Nightwing or Batman?
Are you talking about that animated movie?
Yeah.
If you want to count that as canon, sure.
For sake of conversation.
Then sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both
All
bi.
There we go.
One's raping, the other's not. How about that?
There you go. One's consensual, one's
pull
not.
a Shaq. Kobe, don't be raping.
Don't be out there doing that. Don't be doing for double doubles.
Right, yeah. Oh man, that's great.
So let's see what
And
y'all
the
got.
other thing
Let's hear,
Jesus
audience.
Christ,
Let's
man.
hear your thoughts about the petition in general, as well as the notion of the Joker being gay or bisexual or a rapist.
Yeah, throw that in there too, because he's fucking out of his mind.
No
Oh,
pun intended
nice.
there.
Hey,
Okay.
hey. All right.